Hey, everybody, welcome. Here we are with the reoccurrences of coronavirus again. It's reared its ugly freaking head, and new variants coming in across the southern border, and we're seeing too many cases popping. So, I've been huge attributes for some time about the power of vitamin C and how important it is in this battle or any battle. And I've been saying it's going to be the most important supplement that I take. It's the most important one that if I was crash landed on a desert island, I'm going to take one thing with me. That was going to be it. Let me move here just a little bit out of the sun. Move the mic over. So, a new article comes out of La Jolla Institute for Immunology. And this gets a little bit heavy. And I just want you to bear with me just for a few seconds here. It starts out by saying, this is also done at Emory University in Atlanta. You can't make a banana split without bananas. And you also can't generate stable regulatory T cells. These are thymus-mediated T cells. These are part of your white blood cells that go to the thymus gland behind your breastbone and get activated to protect you against things like coronavirus, pneumonia, the common cold. You can't make a banana split without bananas. You can't generate stable regulatory T cells without vitamin C in your system. That's a pretty heavy opening line. Regulatory T cells, in the terms of these immunologists, are called TREGs, T-R-E-G-S. They help to control your immune system, control inflammation. They control your autoimmunity in your body. So for those that are battling an autoimmune dysfunction, how important would it be to have the right forms of vitamin C in your system? TREGs are so important, in fact, that scientists are working to generate stable induced TREGs in vitro for treatments for autoimmune diseases, as well as rejection of transplanted organs. Or how about this? A cure for coronavirus. How about that? Unfortunately, it's proven difficult to find the right molecular ingredients to induce stable iTregs. You know why? Because they've been using the wrong forms of vitamin C. They saw an attribute to vitamin C from ascorbic acid side that we get from fruits and vegetables. However, when you move yourself to the buffered mineral ascorbate, your calcium ascorbate, it's a completely different animal. Now, scientists at La Jolla Institute of Immunology and Emory University School of Medicine report that vitamin C and these thymus-mediated proteins work together to give these TREGs their life-saving power. You can't make a banana split without bananas. You can't make your immune system without the right forms of vitamin C. Now, this is where it's going to get heavy. Just listen. iTregs could be a crucial source of regulatory T cells for immune therapy, says these trends in immunology. If we could reprogram these memory T cells, this is part of your white blood cells that are continually circulating. If we can reprogram them to be called iTregs, it's important in overcoming the issues of antigen specificity, and it goes on to talk about the issues involved. Now, the reason I'm bringing up these heavy terms and regulatory T cells and TREG cells and central mediators of your immune system, because of this. Epigenetics play a key role in TREG development and stability. Epigenetics, you know what epigenetics is? It's not necessarily just your genes, but it's what you've done to your genes by your lifestyle. If you're not consuming the right forms of buffered vitamin C, if you're not eating the right fruits and vegetables, if you're overweight, you're going to change your genetic material to the point where you can't make or activate these regulatory T cells, which is again going to the primary reason that obese individuals, they didn't get there just by breathing the air, became the casualties of coronavirus in phase 1. And they will be again in phase 2. If we haven't made the changes to our system, we haven't gotten our weight back where it needs to be, we aren't taking the correct supplementation, we will again see a surge in coronavirus cases. This finding was encouraging, this article said, but the scientists did not want to work toward new autoimmune therapies without first analyzing the gene expression patterns and other epigenetic features of the induced TREGs. They wanted to find out, like, what were we doing wrong? What was it that changed our genetic makeup, that we all are created man and woman, says the book of Genesis. We all are all created in the image of God, says the book of Genesis. Then what changed? What made one person different than the other person as far as their defense mechanism toward this? Why does one family member get coronavirus, one family member doesn't? Study first author Danielle Castroita, a graduate student, spearheaded the analysis of gene expression and epigenetic changes. A major type of epigenetic modification involved the DNA itself through the addition or removal of molecules called methyl groups. Methyl groups. The mistake where we start to have genetic changes by not having proper methylation. You've heard me talk about this before in any discussions we had concerning the production of glutathione in the body. Now this is saying that buffered forms of vitamin C may be the best way to induce glutathione production in the human body. But you must also be consuming the right forms of methyl donators to the body. Trimethylglycine. Where does that come from? It comes from your stomach. So if you are taking omeprazole, Prilosec, Zantac, Tagamet, any of those acid blockers, guess what? You're suppressing your body's ability to make methyl groups. You could become a casualty. Now, I'm not telling you to stop those. I'm telling you to change. You need those. Why? Because you don't eat right? Boy, I'm getting right in your face today. All of these interactions can eventually change how cells read the DNA code. So if we have suppressed methylation pathways, if you're taking Centrum multivitamin and it has straight folic acid in it, you're not helping the situation at all. That's why I got to stress to you again, look at our dailies that have methylfolate, methyl B12. So the donation takes place by consuming these on a daily basis. Another type of epigenetic change involved the alteration in DNA accessibility, whether DNA is loosely or tightly coiled. The end expression, we've talked about this before, like shoelaces that become unwound. As the DNA coils unwind, regulatory regions become exposed, which subsequently influence gene expression. This all evolves the proper forms of antioxidant protection to the human body so that this does not occur. In their analysis, the researchers found that these proteins are absolutely required for maintaining the gene expression and epigenetic features that make TREGs what they are. And the most important factor overall was the addition of vitamin C to the scenario. In mice that are deficient for the components of interleukin-2, they're talking about all these different interleukins which made them an autoimmune wreck, the TREGs cannot develop properly or they have impaired function. So once they started adding vitamin C of the right forms to these mice, their immune system responded back properly. This study, called the Whole Genome Analysis of TET dioxygenase Function in Regulatory C Cells, was supported by the National Institutes of Health and lots of grants, primarily from the Multiple Myeloma Research Foundation and the American Society of Hematology and Emory University. Will you see this on the news? So I'm going to ask you again, Are you taking buffered forms of vitamin C? Oh, I take vitamin C. I buy it at Walmart. 98% of the vitamin C in the world is coming from China. Yeah. This has been a big, big deal. C is for vitamin C, part of the ABCs. A good multivitamin, a good probiotic, and vitamin C. The ABCs of enhancing your immune system. You want to fight coronavirus? You want to fight these mutant strains that are now coming in across the southern border? Guess what? Call our office and make sure you're getting the right forms of buffered vitamin C. The label should say calcium ascorbate, not ascorbic acid. That acidic form of vitamin C coming from corn will not assist here. As the fight goes on, and I will sit here screaming from the mountaintops that you can defend yourself as you're making your decision. Did you not get vaccinated yet? Did you get vaccinated? You still praying about it? You're still trying to decide? Still trying to figure it out? Still trying to get to the point of, do I get vaccinated or not? Because I'm seeing that 98% of these new cases are unvaccinated people. It's a decision you have to make. But trust me on this one. If you decide not to, you better doggone well protect yourself. If you're sitting back saying, whoa, not me. I heard somewhere that, if I get that vaccine, I'm going to grow a second head out of my armpit. I haven't seen it yet. In fact, with the number of vaccines that have been out there, the minuscule number of side effects has been really amazing. We're seeing many, many, many more side effects to the very simple flu shot every year. This whole concept of Guillain-Barré syndrome becoming a problem, I guarantee you it could have been a smallpox vaccine. It could have been a tetanus shot. That person would have had a Guillain-Barré symptom response to that injection as well as this one. It wasn't caused by a messenger RNA vaccine. I have numerous videos out there trying to help you make your choice if that's going to be part of that. I see Terry jumped on. Thank you, Dr. Len, for this fantastic information. Been following you from your Ask the Pharmacist days. Hallelujah. That goes back a ways. Getting old. But anyway, God bless you, folks. Please, please, please share this show with others. And if you want help, call me at the office, 678-228-8900, 678-228-8900, or check us out on our website, thenutritionshop.net. And the shop is like the old English, SHOPPE, thenutritionshop.net. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., our big show for the week, as we do every Saturday morning. God bless you, folks. I'll see you back here again soon. Take care.